All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking into something pretty wild. This is about OpenAI, and it seems like they might be launching a new AI agent that can act autonomously, and they're calling it Operator.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is all based on an article from The Verge that was published just yesterday, November 13, 2024.
Okay.
So it's very fresh, and we're going to try to unpack it and see what we can learn about this Operator, what it is, why it matters, and what it could mean for, how we interact with technology in the future.
I mean, this is huge, right? We're talking about a potential paradigm shift in how we use AI. Like, instead of just, typing in prompts and getting responses back.
Right.
We're now talking about an AI that can actually act on its own.
Yeah, so, how does that even work? What is this Operator thing? So the Verge article kind of dances around the specifics a little bit, but it seems like it's an AI that can handle tasks online independently. So you could potentially tell it to do things like schedule appointments, book flights, or even manage your finances online, and it'll just take care of it.
It's like having a super efficient digital assistant that can not only answer your questions, but also handle all these complex tasks without you having to micromanage every step of the way.
Yeah, it's like upgrading from a basic calculator to a full-blown supercomputer.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that OpenAI isn't the only player in this field right now.
Right.
There are other companies like Anthropic and Google who are already testing their own autonomous AI agents.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Anthropic has Claude 3.5, which is being used by companies like Asana and Canva to streamline their workflows.
Wow.
Yeah, so the question is OpenAI playing catch up here, or are they strategically positioning themselves for what might be the next big wave in AI?
Right. Well, and especially since Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, has been talking about autonomous agents being a game changer for a while now. So this could be their way of really staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I mean, and this also raises a really interesting point about OpenAI's business model.
Oh, yeah. What about that?
Because we know that developing these advanced AI models is super expensive.
Yeah.
So the Verge article suggests that Operator and other tools built around this autonomous AI idea could be OpenAI's way of generating more revenue.
Okay, so how would that work?
So instead of just providing the raw AI, the foundational models, they could actually start selling us user-friendly tools and products that are built on top of those models.
Oh, so it's like instead of providing just the raw ingredients, they're now going to make the meal for us.
Exactly. It's like moving from selling electricity to selling ready-to-use appliances.
I see.
Right, and this makes AI accessible to a much wider audience, and it also provides OpenAI with a more stable income stream.
It's pretty brilliant.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's zoom out a little bit and think about the bigger picture here. What would a world with AI agents like Operator even look like? Yeah. I mean, what could it be like to actually live in that kind of world?
I think it's a fascinating question to consider. Imagine telling your AI agent, hey, plan a weekend getaway for me to Yosemite National Park. And it just handles everything.
Wow.
It finds the best dates, books your flights accommodation, suggests hiking trails based on your fitness level.
Oh, amazing.
That level of automation could free up so much of our time and mental energy.
That would be incredible, but also is there a risk that we become too reliant on these AI agents? I mean, what if something goes wrong?
Absolutely.
Or the AI misinterprets our instructions?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it's something that we need to think very carefully about as we develop these agents. We need to make sure that they are reliable, transparent, and aligned with human values.
Right.
It's not just about making AI that's smart. It's about making AI that's beneficial and trustworthy.
Totally. And speaking of timeline, the Verge article mentions that OpenAI might even release a research preview of Operator as early as January 2025.
Oh, wow.
So this isn't some far-off science fiction concept. We might actually get to try this thing out pretty soon.
That's really exciting. I'm cautiously optimistic, If OpenAI can deliver on its promises, Operator could be a real glimpse into that future, where AI is seamlessly integrated into our lives, making things easier, more efficient, and maybe even more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And of course, there will be challenges and questions to address, as with any new technology.
Of course. So it seems like we got a lot to consider here. OpenAI moving into autonomous AI agents like Operator is a potential turning point in how we use and think about AI.
Absolutely. It could change everything, from how we work and play to how we interact with the entire digital world.
Yeah. And that brings us to a final thought for our listeners.
If AI agents like Operator do become part of our everyday lives, how will that change your relationship with technology?
That's a good question.
Will you embrace the convenience, or will you approach it with caution? It's a question worth pondering as we enter this exciting new era of AI.
Absolutely. It is a question worth pondering. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep. Thanks, everybody.